Hey everyone, it's Eric from BatmanNotes.com, and today we're taking a look at this McFarlane Toys DC Direct Batman from The Dark Knight. It is a Resin statue in the 1/6 scale, and I have yet to find a solid review on this, so that's why I'm going to go ahead and post this one to try to take a look at it. So without further ado, let's open this one up. Alright, this is coming in at around 9.5 inches tall. It comes in at about 2.5 pounds. It's made of, like I said, the polyresin. It is inspired by the Dark Knight movie. It is Christian Bale. Each one is hand numbered, and it is a limited edition. For some reason, they made only 470 of these. I don't know the reasoning behind that number, why 470. If you know, let us know in the comments. But I picked this one up from Amazon, and I'll leave the link in the description below. It says it's sold out on McFarlane's toy website. It is listed as sold out, and it has been for a while on the McFarlane store. But other outlets, it's readily available, including Amazon. I haven't seen a real review on this, so that's why I'm posting. This is based on, although it's supposed to be from the Dark Knight movie, it's actually based on the Dark Knight Rises style guide. Pierre Hagenson did this concept art for the Dark Knight Rises style guide back in 2011, although McFarlane is listing this as just the Dark Knight statue. Taking a look at the statue itself, spinning it around, it's got the bat symbol used for the Dark Knight. Two pegs connect the base and Batman on the base itself. If you flip it over on the back, you'll see the hand-numbered edition out of that 470. I had a little difficulty getting these in, so I'm not going to pull them back out and show you. Once they're down in there, they're pretty stable. And the thing that I don't like about this is the cape itself. Although it has the wiring in it where you can change the pose or look of the cape, the material and how it's done on the cape, a little bit cheap in my opinion. Doesn't really mirror at all the cape from the Nolan movies. Taking a closer look at that cape, it's, that shiny, kind of cheap material. It kind of reminds me of that material that they made capes out of back in the 70s and 80s for children's Halloween costumes. That's the only thing that I can think of that it reminds me of. I don't like it at all. And I just don't even like the way it's stitched together from the top half to the bottom half. Just the stitching just irritates me. I really wish the cape would look more like this Henry Cavill Kodiabokia statue that I got years ago for the Man of Steel. This Superman cape looks, in my opinion, a lot better. You'll notice a similar stance here. But with that said, this thing looks pretty sharp from bottom to top for sure. The boots even look like they're made out of leather, although they're polyresin. The costume is really captured nicely with the utility belt and the abs, and the gloves have the padding in the fists where the knuckles are at. I really like that. As far as, does it look like Christian Bale? A little bit. It isn't on the scale of a Hot Toys figure, but it doesn't look that bad at all in my opinion. I love Batman's gloves with the double gauntlets, just like in The Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises. Very cool. The only really downfall on this figure is the cape, in my opinion. Although it has the wiring in it, the fabric is pretty cheap on it, in my opinion. Once again, everything on it, the cowl, the gloves, the chest plate, is it worth the $250 asking price? That's up to you as the consumer at home. But, this looks great in my cabinet. I really hope they would do an Heath Ledger Joker would be on my wish list if McFarlane could do that. I don't know how well this is selling, but I really hope they would do the Heath Ledger and some other characters because it's a pretty nice piece. If we had to give this a score, we'd probably give it an 8 out of 10. But we'll let you, the consumer at home, tell us what you think in the comments below. This is Eric from Batman Notes. We'll see you next time.